Am I the asshole for requiring my daughter to have dinner with me in exchange for paying her child's tuition? Hmm. I, 60s female, and my husband, also 60s male, live in a very quiet, respectable life in Hartford. We are what some might call New England wasps. We have helped to keep a clean home and a chef who cooks our meals. Fancy. We dress for dinner. Yes, my husband wears a bow tie at home, and we value tradition. My daughter Lorelai shamed our family 16 years ago with her teen pregnancy. And although we were appalled at her behavior and choices, we continued to provide her with the luxurious life that she was brought up in. She clearly thought we were too uptight and rigid and ran away from home shortly after she gave birth, only to become a maid at an inn. Since then, she has been remarkably independent, which is a polite way of saying she has avoided us at all costs unless it was absolutely necessary. She visits on holidays, but otherwise, she doesn't really include us in her life. Last week, out of the blue, she shows up at our door. She didn't come to visit. She came because she was in a bind. Apparently, she enrolled my granddaughter, Rory, in an elite private school, Chilton, without actually checking if she could afford the upfront costs. It's quite a lot of money, and she clearly hasn't saved a penny for it, despite owning her own home and having been promoted to running the inn she ran away to. I agreed to give her the money immediately. I didn't even hesitate. However, I am not a bank. I am a mother and a grandmother. I told her I would provide the funds on one condition. She and Rory must come to our house for dinner every Friday night at 7 p.m. My daughter looked like she was having an aneurysm. She acted as though I was blackmailing or financially abusing her just because I wanted to see my granddaughter once a week. Throughout the first dinner, she was incredibly uncomfortable, making snarky comments and acting like being in a room with fine art and beautiful china was a sacrifice. I even pointed out that Rory's father, Christopher, is doing quite well for himself and that she could have done worse for herself than marrying him when she first got pregnant, which she didn't seem to appreciate hearing. She thinks I'm being manipulative and gaslighting her by acting like this is a normal family arrangement. I think that if she wants to run away, have a child out of wedlock, and ask emergency money, the very least she can do is eat a meal with the people providing it. Shots fired, Emily.